Hi guys. Right, let me get comfy. I want my teddy. Oh, it's crazy. Okay. Hi. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast I have not named. I don't know what to call it. I literally sat for, I want to say, an hour the other day trying to name it, and nothing was working. Me and chat were going in. We were going in trying to work something out. Didn't happen. I'm on Pinterest. And I think out of all of the social networks, I don't know if it really fits into that category because it's not really a social aspect of it, but I just really love it. So I wanted to have a little look. Most of mine is like quotes, inspirational quotes and things like that. There was something I came across that was really nice. I wonder if I can find it. Oh yeah, so it was about like growing pains, and obviously we know about growing pains in terms of like physical growing pains, you know, like, yeah, the sort of growing pains where, you know, you're literally physically growing, you're aching, but the reason that we like accept them, well, firstly we have to, right? We have to accept them, but we know that, you know, we're going to grow taller, we're going to grow stronger. We know that there's a lot of positives to them, and they serve a purpose. And so, as much as like they're uncomfortable, we just deal with them because we have to. And it's funny how I've always thought like a lot of the emotional growing pains that I feel, it's the same sort of concept. It's like something uncomfortable that you have to go through because you know when you get through it you're going to be a stronger person. And the thing is though, in the moment when you're experiencing those growing pains, those uncomfortable moments, I don't know about you, but most of the time I forget that it's not like the world's ending and, you know, this pain is going to last forever. It's actually a matter of building resilience. And obviously there's exceptions to this, like really messed up things that happen to us in our lives that really shouldn't. Like, I'm not going to tell you that really fucked up thing that happened to you is to build resilience. Like, a lot of things just shouldn't happen to people, and unfortunately they do. But I'm more referring to the everyday life things that we struggle with, the heartbreaks, you know, the heaviness of the world in general. Like, these things build resilience, and I think that's quite a special thing. And I'm wondering if there's a way that we can kind of reframe it, or ways that we can kind of remind ourselves in the moment, like, that this is what's going on. Do you know what I mean? Like, in the moment. Because, yeah, I don't know if it's because I'm neurodivergent or what it might be, but when I feel an emotion, I often, whether that be happy or sad, like good or bad or whatever the emotion may be, I can't imagine a time where I don't feel that emotion anymore. Like, when I'm in the trenches, I'm in the depths of it, I can't imagine the feeling of feeling happy. Like, I can't go there at all. It's not there, it doesn't exist. Like, it feels like, yeah, like something I've never experienced, even though obviously logically I know that I have. And it's the same with happiness. Like, when I'm so happy, I almost can't really, it's easier too than when I'm sad, but I can't really imagine like being back in the trenches. Like, when I'm with my partner and I'm literally just, I feel like I'm in a dream and we're just chilling, we're doing the things that we do, I can't imagine feeling like deep dark sadness. It's really weird. And I don't know what that is. I think, what's it called? Like emotional impermanence. Let me look it up. I think that's a thing. Let me ask chat. What are you saying, chat? Is emotional impermanence a thing? Yeah, it's a thing. And it's both a psychological concept and a deeply spiritual truth. So there's a few angles to look at it from. Psychologically, emotional impermanence refers to the idea that our emotions are temporary states, not permanent traits. Even if they feel overwhelming and endless in the moment, they always shift. Yeah, I don't know if that's what I kind of mean though. Oh right, okay. It's closely related to affective forecasting errors. Thinking will always feel a certain way. So that's literally the thing I'm referring to. Emotional reasoning. I feel bad, so things must be bad. Again, like I'm sure some of you can relate to that. Borderline personality disorder, BPD traits. People with BPD often struggle with emotional object permanence, feeling like good feelings or connections disappear the moment they're out of sight. Not trying to diagnose myself, but okay. Spiritually, Buddhism, Taoism and many other paths teach impermanence, anicca, I think that's how you say it, anicca or anicca, as one of the core truths of existence, including emotions. This too shall pass. Sufi proverb and echoed across traditions. In this view, no emotional state, joy, grief, fear or bliss can hold forever. If we stop clinging to or resisting them, they pass more freely. Why it matters in everyday life. If you're feeling low, remember it's temporary. If you're feeling ecstatic, cherish it, but don't cling. If you're emotionally overwhelmed, ground yourself by remembering this wave will pass. Interesting. So yeah, it's definitely a thing. And I'm wondering, like, are there ways... I've just realised I don't have a microphone on. That's not ideal really, but never mind. The audio is going to be shit for this video. Next one, I'll use my phone. I'm wondering, like, what ways can I work on combating affective forecasting errors. I've never heard that term, but forecasting errors. Okay. Okay. Great question. Affective forecasting errors, the tendency to mispredict how you'll feel in the future, are incredibly common, but you can train your awareness to reduce them. Okay, so first, understand what affective forecasting errors are. You might overestimate how bad you'll feel if something goes wrong. So, if I fail at this, I'll be miserable forever. Overestimate how good you'll feel if something goes right. Once I get this, I'll finally be happy. Underrate how much you'll adapt to both. We forget that we're constantly changing. So, 1. Track your predictions versus reality. A simple weekly journal practice. Before a situation, how do I think I'll feel about this event, task or conversation? After it happens, how did I actually feel? That's interesting. That's really interesting. So really like diving into a consistent practice of being like checking in before and after and managing expectations. Like having your expectation and then like actually checking in with how it really went, and that's really interesting. So an example that I've been given before, I'll be super anxious and uncomfortable at this event. After, I was nervous at first, but then I loosened up and enjoyed it more than expected. Do this over time and patterns emerge. You'll train your brain to be less dramatic and more realistic. 2. Practice temporal humility. Remind yourself, I don't actually know how I'll feel tomorrow, next week or next year, and that's okay. This keeps your mind open and flexible instead of rigid and reactive. 3. Ground into the present more often. Affective forecasting errors happen when your mind spins into the future. Regularly ask, what am I feeling now? What's actually happening right here? Mindfulness, breathwork, or simply putting your bare feet on the earth helps. 4. Talk to your future self. Imagine your future self talking back to you. You might write a note from next week you saying, hey, I know you're scared right now, but you usually bounce back. We've been through worse. I've got you. This builds emotional resilience and rewires your forecasting. 5. Use data to inform the present. Next time your mind says, I'll never recover from this, respond with, how many times have I thought that before, and yet here I am. You're still here, you're more adaptable than your brain gives you credit for. Interesting. I really like that. That is super interesting. It says bonus practice, mood diary, very simple. Each night log what happened, how you felt, and how intense it was, 1 to 10. Over time you'll see how fluid emotions really are. That builds deep trust in your capacity to ride the waves. So what's interesting about this is I've got this thing, so even now I'm saying it, I'm kind of affirming something I'm trying to not affirm, but for the sake of the video I will. Every morning I wake up feeling absolutely exhausted, like as if I've not slept at all. And I've come to expect that I'm going to feel that way, because I always do. And it's gotten to a point where I'm kind of curious about, like, is it just like me because health reasons and things like that, or is it because I've come to expect to wake up feeling that way? I do. That's kind of an interesting thing. And there's other things, like if I expect after a nap I'll be anxious, then after the nap I'm anxious, like little things like that. Yeah, it's super interesting. Maybe this will have given you something to think about. It's a real shame that I forgot to record audio with my phone. Hopefully it sounds okay. This camera's so old, like it's 15 years old, so it probably sounds shocking. But next time. And I'm trying to show up imperfectly rather than like, and consistently, rather than like doing what I think would be the perfect way to do it once in a blue moon. So hopefully you've enjoyed. If you liked it, please subscribe, like, give me a comment, let me know if you have anything to add. I would love to hear it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.